A graduation is an exciting opportunity to recognise your accomplishments. It's a time to celebrate, a moment that signifies many things, including growth, progress and transformation. And I would like to congratulate each of you on your personal and collective achievements this year. And remember, 2022 is all about you. The running order of the ceremony today will be as follows. In a few minutes, I will hand you over to the Principal of Dundrum College of Further Education, Mr. Michael Foley. Michael's talk will be followed by a few words from our DDLETB Director of FET, Siobhan Lynch, who's here beside Michael. You will hear about a former student and you'll hear from one of your teachers. Remember to use the hashtag Dundrum College Grad 2022 and the other hashtag, The Future is Bright, on your social media platforms. And all of this will be followed by the highlight of the afternoon, the presentation of your certificates. But before you start, I want to let you know that your provisional results transcripts will be posted out tomorrow, along with the official cert of completion and any other relevant information about certification. Your QQI certificates will be available towards the middle of August. And now, without further ado, I would like to call on the Principal of the College, Michael Foley, to say a few words.
Hello everybody, and I think we can see room 2 in there. Can everybody from room 2 give us a wave? Very good. I feel like I'm on TV, you know, during the middle of COVID we were all doing this, and unfortunately we're here as a result of that too. We would have hoped to be in the car park outside. We had great plans, but unfortunately that's the way Irish weather goes. But we're hoping that you've enjoyed this morning so far and that you'll get to enjoy afterwards as well. So it gives me great pleasure to meet you all this morning, our graduating students, our staff of the college. I've met some members of our board of management here as well, your families and your friends. And of course, our guest speaker today, Siobhan Lynch, who's the Director of Further Education and Training in Dublin and Dún Laoghaire Education and Training Board. So as you know, today is a special day for your calendar, and I'm delighted so many of you have come to represent the entire student body. We couldn't fit everybody. It was self-selection, and we're delighted that you've joined us today. It's a time of celebration with you and your families and the staff who've guided you through the year as well. We're here now at the summit in Dundrum College of Further Education in what has been a challenging year. And we can reflect on how far we've come. I think we agree that we've achieved something extraordinary. We've come a long way. It's been a different kind of year than it has been over the last 2. There was a bit of mix in class and out of class. For the 2 years before that, everything was online. Isn't it wonderful to gather again? We're now starting that work of rebuilding relationships, rebuilding the way we work and the way we play. And these too will be different going forward. And we need to find that path forward together. The old familiars have actually become unfamiliar. We're doing things now in a different way. Unfamiliar pathways require leadership, and we are all leaders. We're all followers, given the time and the needs. And we're going to thank you, our graduates, to be leaders of your own learning this year. We're going to thank, over the next few minutes and an hour, to thank your teachers, your coordinators, your hub coordinators, all of our staff who are involved in the process of getting you here today, including our colleagues in the Education and Training Board. Leadership is a mystery. Lao Tzu, a big fan of the Tao Te Ching, go back to my hippie days, lost the hair since, but Lao Tzu has some wonderful quotes on leadership. Some pithy sayings such as, to lead in the way you cook a fish, don't overdo it. The types of leaders: a poor leader, people despise; a good leader, the people revere; but a great leader, the people say, we did it ourselves. And that's not to say the leader has manipulated people to think that they're doing it themselves. They actually have done it themselves. They have achieved, they have succeeded. And here you are in that mode of leadership. We have so many leaders over the last number of years, and just a quick thanks to those. And they've done something wonderful to get us all here to this to this date. Those who facilitated our college achieving our Erasmus Plus accreditation. We have Louise and Sinead, Mary and Tina who are involved in that project. It's a wonderful achievement for us. And going over the next number of years, we'll be able to send more of our student and staff population to Norway, Estonia, Germany, France, Italy, and a number of other locations that we're starting to build partnerships with. There were leaders in well-being and resilience this year. That's something we know we've found we needed. A bit of a fallout from the pandemic over the last couple of years. We're all trying to think our way out of anxiety and worry and future. And there's been some wonderful teams here with our well-being and resilience team that was just formed this year. Thanks to those, in particular thanks to Mary Henry and Patricia Black, who led on many of these items. Particularly Mary Henry's 7 Habits of Resilience and the Ukrainian paper planes, the cranes, that were sent to the Ukrainian embassy about 6 weeks ago. It was a great day here in the college where we all came together and did some origami. I had one teacher, who was a fellow student of yours, Curtis Traynor, who helped me make a paper crane. Very proud of it. It was an awful paper crane, by the way, but I got there in the end with true struggle and through his leadership too. Those who were involved in the art exhibition in Dundrum Parish Centre, that was a fantastic event, really worked out so well. And it's a pity we haven't got that captured on video, and it's certainly something we'll be looking at for next year. Really great, and we'll be certainly promoting that. So thanks to Mary and Catherine and that team who were involved in that. Patricia, who looked after our entire student body as our career guidance counsellor, promoting UDL and mentoring and supporting, managing the FSD Disability Fund to support everybody to get through to where we're at. The QA teams led by Sinead, the systems team led by Louise, the TEL team led by Kevin, and the environments team here with Monica. We had an initiative this year setting up our Green Campus Committee. That was a real initiative that's only beginning, and it's looking at how we can become more aware of our green agenda, our planet, and the care for the planet. And that's something we'll be looking at very closely next year. And we're hoping to achieve a green campus flag next year. And we've some projects have already begun. We've got a smart organic composter now where people can bring in their bags of food and it turns it into peat over a period of about 3-4 weeks. We know the bogs are going to be stopped. We're going to stop that cutting. Now we have a new smart technology to replace the peat needs for horticulture and nurseries with that kind of technology. We'll be looking at reducing our energy consumption next year, and all our student body will be involved in that. The new Level 4 Sustainability Awareness that the ETB has just completed as a new accreditation micro-credential. That's something we have 3 teachers here who are going to involve or build that into most or many of our programs next year. And we're looking at how we can do that. So Paula, Monica and Brian involved in that. The new ELC program, Martina and Lillian and the other teachers who were involved in the ELC, that new program is leading the way of change in childcare across the country. And that's a wonderful development, and well done to those teachers and to the students who completed a tough award. But you're here, well done. We've so much else going on. We have our memorandums of understanding with our higher education institutes, our CPD. The level of CPD amongst this staff is astounding. You can be assured that our own staff here are leading their own learning before they lead you to become leaders in your learning. Right? It's an incredible testament to the strength of the staff of this college and to the ETB itself in its offerings of CPD for our staff. We have pathways. We've seen career guidance counsellors come in with their students from a number of colleges this year, which we haven't had in a long time. We know that the quality of FET, the quality of further education and training, and it's the awareness across the country and its value in our economy and in our social lives. It's become such an important thing. So that's something to highly value. Know that you're coming out with something very valuable. Program development. We've had community mentors come in from Trinity, from UCD, from TU Dublin, and from IADT, speaking to you over the year about how they have gone through a further education training or a lifelong learning pathway, have found themselves going through the various different pathways, and now they're in third year or fourth year of their degree. That's a great witness, and we want you to become witnesses for FET in the future too. We had an audit this year. The ETB had an audit, and we are the ETB as well in Dundrum. And I'd like to thank in particular some of the students here who were involved in leading their discussion with an external body with Quality and Qualifications Ireland, QQI, who are underpinning the quality of your qualification today. Curtis Traynor and Jackie Clark, who were involved in that discussion. It's a national audit, and they did us and you proud in feeding back there. And we had Giovanna, Patricia, John Clark, who's an ex-student, and Dermot Clark, who's a link person in TU Dublin, also involved in that conversation. Elva from Lurgas has been out for a recent audit and has spoke very highly about the quality of Erasmus and internationalisation here in the college too. That only happened literally yesterday. We've got that, so well done to the Erasmus team on success there. We know things don't just happen, right? That there's a lot of work underneath the surface going on all of the time. Our caretaking team, our admin staff, Elizabeth and Maeve, everything from accounts to inquiries, linking with you as students and pointing you in the right direction, to the right teacher, to the right resource on staff, all of that, as well as managing all of the national systems of PLSS and MIT and VSware and VTOS and SUSE, all of that, massive undertaking. Terry, Ken and Caroline, who managed and worked with our, even today, all of that setup outside, our caretaking team doing such a great job. We have a redevelopment of a new website. We'd like you to tell your families and your friends through your networks about our new website that we'll be promoting at the end of June. That'll be going live. It'll be a different kind of, it'll be more integrated with social media, with Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. We have some motion graphics, things that campaigns going out as well, so you'll see that. So that marketing approach that constantly goes on to let people know what you're doing now, or for perhaps future graduates to come in and say, oh, that's really amazing what's happening in Dundrum. Spread the words that way. Thanks to Circa Duggan, who's involved in very much linking with those companies and building that promotion, that media promotion for us. I'd like to thank the Board of Management who lead us regularly through our little kind of oversight pit stops, just to say, where are we now? How are things going in your college? So we have that oversight feedback going, and they're leaders at an oversight level and feedback with the ETB and ourselves to make sure everything is on course. And we have, again, Jackie Clark and Ralph Payne, two students who are involved in the Board of Management. So well done to them for getting here, who helped lead the entire college in all its dimensions to get us here today. And I've seen Don Nugent, Pat Hand, and I think Kazi here as well. So you're out there in the ether somewhere. Thank you for all of your support over the last year. There's so many. We could go on and on with all the thanks here. We have student leaders, class reps, student council. Thank you to you. And that's all leadership. Every time you decide to try something new, to learn something new, to share something new, you are leading. And you're leading your learning, and you're leading again. So find those new paths to follow. Support each other to continue your journey, because you're not finished yet. Whether you go on to employment, or in your social life or further studies, continue that. I've kind of almost there now, but one more quote from Lao Tzu. To lead people, walk behind them. It sounds counter to what you'd imagine, but walk behind them. Encourage people. Some people might fall behind. Stop, carry, and lead people that way. That actually is a powerful form of leadership. So walk behind people and encourage and support. So really thanks to all the staff who have played such a great part to play to get us to here today. Obviously the college leadership team, who have thanks there already, but I'd love to thank Tina Redden, who is an absolute powerhouse of a heartbeat of leadership in this college. I really thank her and to express my gratitude and great gratitude for her support to me personally and to all the staff here too. So well done to Tina, thank you. And obviously to Siobhan Lynch and all of the support that we get from ETB throughout, and the guidance and the leadership that we have, and the leadership into the future. And I know there's wonderful things coming in our ETB going forward, and we really look forward to those days. So thank you to Siobhan and to our CEO, Katrina Murphy, who's might be looking in today, but we'll definitely be dropping the video next week. So we'll be doing a collage of today, and you'll see that go live on YouTube at some point. We'll forward it out by email. So on to the main business of this afternoon, and that's your graduation. My congratulations to all of you for the commitment you've shown. I know it wasn't easy, but today is your reward. I'm really delighted for you. So to conclude, the graduates of 2022, 21-22, I wish you every success in your future, whatever you choose to do, and I hope your year with us has been a rewarding one, and may today and your graduation be a memorable one for you and your families. So I'm going to hand over to Siobhan Lynch here, who talked to you from ETB.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. Try following that. I'm one of these people that like to be in the background actually, so I'm really out of my comfort zone up here. So thanks for inviting me today, Michael. And I started in this role in September, so you're my second graduation. It's really lovely to see real people with legs and arms and no masks and smiles. So I'm really delighted to be here because it reminds me what we're all doing in the head office. It's all about you and it's all about this. So thanks for the invitation. I'm really honoured to be here. So on behalf of DDLETB, I'm delighted to congratulate you all on your achievement today. It's lovely to be here, as I said, and I hope you're all genuinely proud of yourselves today. Because over the past 12 months, not only have you gained a lot of valuable new skills, but you've managed to do so during a pandemic. And I was talking to some of you earlier, and you work part-time, full-time, you have families to raise, so it's not easy to do what you did, doing all of that as well. So we recognise that, and you should be really proud of that. So you've demonstrated through all of that apart from the skills you've gained, you're really resilient people to be sitting here today, who can motivate themselves when the going gets tough. And that's a really, really important thing to have. And you have it in spades. So remember that in the future. It's not been an easy time to learn, as Michael said earlier. It's not been an easy time to study and doing assignments and exams. So well done to all of you, because you've done it. And you're someone who's determined and focused, because if you weren't someone who's determined and focused, you wouldn't be sitting here graduating today. So hats off, literally. So it's hard to return to learning when you have a young family, and I can see babies among the crowd here today. So fair play to whoever, and I know who did have a baby. Well done and congratulations, because amazing thing to happen in all ways, but especially when you're studying and doing exams as well. And then I can see small children down there as well. Welcome. Future learners, no doubt. Delighted to have you here. Bit young to graduate today, so we can't count you in our returns to the Department of Education, but just so important to have you here today and to witness what's going on for your mammies and daddies. So for those of you with small children in the house, you can add to the list of resilient, self-motivated, determined by saying you're fantastic role models. Because when your kids grow up, they'll remember you sitting down at home, computer out, doing your exams and doing your assignments and doing your classes online, and there'll be absolutely no excuses when it comes to the Leaving Cert. None at all, because you've done it and you've shown that you can do it. so they can do it too. So you've really made a huge impact on them by doing what you've done today as well. Thank you to all the supporters. When I was coming in, it was lovely to see the grandmothers, grandparents, mothers, fathers, friends, cousins, whatever, whoever's here today. It's lovely to see you here today. But they clearly helped you along the way. And, you know, so if they didn't, you wouldn't be here today either. So just want to say thank you to them on your behalf, because it's such an important thing to have support. And you clearly had it because you're here today as well. So now that you know that you're resilient, self-motivated, determined, fantastic role model, don't be afraid to say that to employers when you're sitting in front of them. I'm telling you, it's not, they're skills that employers really want out of employees. Okay, you have your cert that says you can do level 6 childcare, level your IT, whatever it is, but really what they want to know is that you're a team player and that you'll be nice to work with and that you can work with other people and you can solve problems, and you've shown that by what you've achieved. So keep it up, and there's lots of opportunities ahead. By now you've probably forgotten about those assignments and exams that nearly broke your heart, because it was only last week or the week or two ago, but you've probably forgotten. So I know you worked hard for those certificates. I used to work in adult education myself, so I know it is heartbreaking, and it really is. You kind of pull your hair out at times wondering will it ever be finished. So, but you're probably starting to forget the pain now a little bit. But you really need to make that certificate work for you when you get it. You worked hard for it, make sure it works hard for you. And if you do, I know it'll open a world of possibilities for you in the future. Whatever possibility you choose, whether it's a job, full-time, part-time, moving on to higher further education, or taking some time with your family, just on behalf of DDLETB and the Dundrum College of Further Education, we just wanted to make you very happy. And at this time in your life and in this time in the world, happiness is really important. So everything else will follow, but happiness is really important right now. So we hope it makes you happy. I know it's hard to be focused and determined without a little bit of encouragement every now and then. So I know you would have been encouraged all the way by the staff here in Dundrum College of Further Education. And my guidance counsellors, Michael mentioned it earlier, administration staff, caretaker, Ken, I think I met him on the way in. Everybody, without everybody doing their piece, Dundrum College of Further Education wouldn't work this way. And when you come in the door, you just feel the energy that's in the building. You can feel it today because of the excitement, but there's a lovely, welcoming, friendly atmosphere, and that's really important to you and to me and to DDLETB. So thanks to Michael and Tina, who lead everybody here, to be like that. It's really important. So thank you to everyone who went the extra mile in the last couple of years. And when I say the extra mile, you went the extra 10 miles, because you had to do everything online. You have to learn to teach online and to learn online, and that wasn't easy either. So fair play to everybody involved, staff and everybody. So finally, I hope despite the pandemic that you had a really enjoyable experience in Dundrum College of Further Education, and that you'll have fond memories, whether you were online, offline. The experience you had with the staff in Dundrum, I hope you'll remember fondly. And if you did, I hope you'll tell your friends and your families and anybody who might want to come here in the future. And if you want to come back yourself in the future at some stage, we have an adult education guidance service just down the road, and I'm sure the guidance counsellors here will be delighted to help you look into your future options too. So so in the meantime, relax, have a lovely summer, have a lovely afternoon, enjoy the barbecue. I was really scared about the barbecue when I saw the clouds this morning, but I think it's going to work out really well, and I'm sure it'll be lovely, and you really deserve to celebrate. So hats off and well done. Thanks a million. Hope to see you again.
Thanks, Siobhan, for those inspiring and encouraging words. And now we move on to the presentation of certificates. Firstly, go to the Art and Design Hub, which encompasses many courses: creative ceramics, fine art, practice design and ceramics, sustainable interior design, advanced ceramics and design, introduction to craft and pottery. So I'll start the names: Sean O'Folio, Fanula McKenna, Martina Walker, Lisa Byrne-Carolyn, Evija Mizaka, Max Broa, Fiona Crossan, Fatima Guramasi, Sophie McHugh, Huda Muhammad, Aveen O'Daly, Natalia Stradumska, Mary Berry, Emer Cannon, Marion Duff, Sinead Hanlon, Sholing Ho, Rita Lee, Helen Morelli, Margaret O'Connor, Colette Dowling, Louisa Balocco, Justin Fitzgerald, Mairead O'Connell and Rita Lee. Okay, so moving on to our next hub, which is business. So Kevin, I'll ask you to come up. So the business hub comprises of business and payroll administration, executive secretary and personal assistant, finance and technology or fintech, HR, international trade, legal and medical secretary or administrator, pre-apprenticeship accounting and insurance, social media and digital marketing, and our advanced business and office administration and supervisory management. So Olivia Fox, Stella Gratti, Cody McGrath, Molly O'Mahony Kenna, Robert Powell, Ralph Daniel Pamintuan, Adam Dillon, Jennifer O'Boyle, Yuchin Chai, James Daly, Halima Balogan, Christian Luzolo, Aaron McCluskey, Kyle O'Dwyer, Susan Darcy, Amy Donnelly, Adriana Evangelista, Sandra Hennigan, Kira Hennessy, Sharon Ryan, Joanna Shroka, Fatima Arafa, Anna Karnowska, Mara Carcioni, Sarah Clark, Amy Core, Elsa Fitzgibbon and Fiona Hahn. Okay. We can sort them out at the end, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And, you know, for the rest of you, if you want to come up and then go and sit down again, you know, that's fine too. Okay, so the next hub we have is our computing hub, so I'm going to call Peter to come up with Siobhan. And our computing hub is comprised of computer science, data science, computer science and networks, computer science level 6, software coding and cyber security, IT technician, network security professional and cyber security. Okay, so Bhavani Kanapatila, Sarah May Kavanagh, Brandon Moore, Andrea Pop, Zubar Riaz, Brooklyn Chidubim, Igbo Jinu, Max Mazar, Colin McGowan, Sean McGrath, Nix Paulus, Rebecca Doolan, Sean Kelly, Ala Matsveva, Ellen O'Carroll, Raheem Alabanji, Joseph Anuma, Ralph Payne, Ice Wong Pratchen, sorry, I'm just slowing down to Damir Abjanovich, Paul Blatchford, Thomas Corrigan, Oleg Gordievsky, Miriam Hennessy, Jason Larkin, Jake O'Shea, John Wright, David Hardiman, Omar Owen, Rue Shangwin and Gorje Sirbu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so we're going to move on to our early learning and care. And we have two coordinators, one for level 5, which is Martina, and I'm going to call Martina up, and Lillian is level 6. So the names may not come out in those orders, so just... So our Early Learning and Care Hub comprises of Level 5, which is a new Early Learning and Care Award. We have full-time and part-time, and then we have our Early Learning and Care Supervisor, Traineeship and BTI at Level 6. So, we'll start. Aoife Coughlin, Surika Doyle, Laura Duffy, Sandra Grant, Mamuna Ilias, Wendy Byrne, Aisling Cools, Swan Daly, Susan Gleeson, Leah Hederman, Shona Hickey, Safa Mohammed, Khadija Nakshir, Adrian Niamaretska, Laura Laura Romanowski, Akila Sadiq, Nazreen Buchwaika, Tracy Dunster, Nicole Hamilton, Nuara Hamas, Leanne Higgins, Shrikala Puten Viatal, Sanjita, Inga Timoshuak, Carmela Catalano, Maria Gibran, Caroline Kelly, Petra O'Rourke, Carly Smith and Natasha Daly, Wilche Gemado, Marianne Redmond, Ling Wu, Silva Ivantian, Linda Barnes, Donna Breen, Shannon Daly, Holly Harding, Bertha Oblitas Alfaro, Sinead Cahill, Megan Carey, Sylvia Carr, Louise Cassidy, Ho Ding, Jade Harding, Laura Houghton, Michelle Kavanagh and Aileen Mangan. Okay, so moving on, we were going to have a former student speak to you, but something has happened, so we're going to ask Denise Clohessy, the Health Sciences Hub Coordinator, to speak about Judith Howland, and Denise will stay up here with me then when her students come in.
Thanks, Tina. Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. My name is Denise Clohessy. I'm the Health Science Hub Coordinator, and I'm just going to say a few words, really. Congratulations would be the first really good word to say to everybody here. Well done. I'd like to just mention a former student of ours who graduated here in Dundrum in 2015. Her name was Judith, and her name is Judith Howland. And I remember her walking through the door of classroom 13 with some trepidation and nervousness, thinking, I don't know if this is the right fit for me. And I don't know if I'm the right fit for it. And I remember thinking, you're perfect. You're exactly who we want. So she completed her nursing studies program. She went on to apply, thinking she wouldn't get it, to Trinity College to do a nursing degree. She went there. She went on to do a master's degree. She had a dream that one day she would be a paediatric nurse. And for the dream to come true, it would be that she would work in paediatrics, intellectual disability, and palliative care. Today, Judith Howland is a nursing manager covering a regional area from Dublin to Donegal, with a team of nurses working with her and for her, looking after children at home with life-limiting illnesses. She's just been awarded a place in NUIG Galway, doing a level 8 programme in palliative care, a new programme that's starting in the health science area. Can I just say to everybody, it's all in front of you, so dream big. Good luck, everybody.
Okay, thanks, Denise. Judith wasn't able to make it, so that was really good to hear that story about a past inspiring student. And now Denise is going to stay here. We're going to go through the Health Sciences Hub. So the Health Sciences Hub consists of healthcare and hospice care assistant, nursing studies, physiotherapy assistant, rehabilitative and occupational therapy assistant. So the students can start coming in as I'm calling their names. So we've got Lynn Anderson, Maya Cawley, Benna Blanza, Casey Donegan, Casey Doyle, Vinay Iqbal, Aoife Louise Taylor, Sunjit Kaur, Funky Aijai, Era Bagasol, Daniel Bendel, Holly Brandt and Saoirse Byrne, Namita Shan Tialni, Alicia Considine, Anna Coyle, Hafsa Difala, Aoife Dignan, Anjola Fall Atoki, Isabella Foster, Hannah Geraghty, Christy Jediel, Helen Alexandra Yukon, Claudia Karchueska, Roisin May, Edward Najos, Moya Nick Richard, Lisa O'Callaghan, Ella O'Connor, Sarah Olawai, Kira Quinn, Jan Yvonne Talentino, Diane Vakul, Treasure Yakuba, David Brennan, Kate Costello, Jasmine Gallagher, Ivanka Garvanova, Samira Hadouch, Usama Halabi, Katja Ivanova, Shifra Myrna, Carrie Ann Nolan, Jack O'Leary, Sarah Tubeck and Hannah O'Grady. Okay, thank you to the Health Sciences Hub. And moving now on to our Horticulture, Ecology and Built Environment Hub. So I'll ask Monica Alvarez, the Hub Coordinator, to come in. So I'll have Monica come in first. And the Horticulture and Ecology Hub comprise of garden and landscape design, organic gardening, sustainable applied ecology and biodiversity, sustainability and the built environment, sustainable organic horticulture and sustainable parks supervision. Okay, Nilson Barrios Rodriguez, Paul Campbell, Annette Daly, Albert Donnelly, Paula Halpin, Stella Sparks, Julie Strokes, Pauline Deaver, Svetlana Arkhipova, Susan Carroll, Craig Douglas, Paula Tully, Zoltan Laszlo Kinches, Amelia McIver, Tatum McMahon, Tom Murphy, Andrew Watson, Dean Byrne, Michael Callipy, Catherine Hayes, Catherine Taylor, James Egan, Martha Garton, Tamara Gemmel, Ina Kadikova, Terry Kelly, James McCabe, Louise McHugh, Sheila Reeves and Janice Stewart. Congratulations to that hub. Thanks, Monica. And next, our Humanities Hub. So I'll ask Mary Henry to come in, who's our Hub Coordinator for the Humanities Hub. Okay, so our Humanities Hub, which is quite a big hub, comprises of our education and training, liberal arts, including folklore, mythology, philosophy and classical studies, and pre-university liberal arts, applied social studies, forensics, criminology and psychology, psychology and social studies, special needs assistant and community development level 6. So, Eve Gibbons, Rihanna Hendley, Craig Howard, Maximus Kelly, Matthew Hassett, Olga Jasvins, Gabriella O'Dwyer Papp, Shane Callahan, Jennifer Grant, Phelim Glynn, James Hughes, Anu Temple, Alili Abdin Asir, Joseph Fagan, Lara Fennell, Rowan Al Zawadi, Timothy Cleary, Sharon Latifa Eligusti, Faye Flynn, Sarah Giverno, Kira Lynch, Nicole O'Brien, Eamon Asula Dakar, Ehab Ben Khalifa, John Dolan. Maya Finn, Alana Hodgkins, Katie Hines, Chloe Ivory, Amina Ali Jama, James Johnson, Lorcan Kelly Jazira, Thomason McKenna, Amy Malloy, Jack Panting, Zoya Sultan, Peter Roman Kiloko, Ryan Bonnell, Nessie Terdu Bugadudu, Robert Carton, Mia Kenny, Caroline Lama, Sarah Costello, Sarah Norris, Janan Perrins, Amelia Pilarchek, Kind Amara, Shannon O'Reilly, Curtis Trainer, Jackie Clark, Caroline Curtin, Joanne Delaney, Jake Durley, Ellen Felton, Rosaria Gudes, Rasha Linehan, Clarice Lapongo and Brenda Oglesby. Thanks Mary. For the moment, if you want to come back over to Michael. And now I'm going to call on Sinead Kelly, one of our assistant principals, who'll speak to you about Erasmus Plus in the college, and we'll present students who have engaged with Erasmus Plus virtual mobilities this year with our Norwegian and German partners with their certificates, their Largus certificates of participation. So I'll call on Sinead. You'll have to come over with me, sorry, one more time. Thank you. Thanks.
Hello everybody. I'm nearly last but not least. And at Dundrum College of Further Education, we're delighted to be part of the Erasmus Plus programme. It supports education, training, youth and sport for over 4 million Europeans to study, train, gain experience and volunteer abroad. Erasmus Plus doesn't just have opportunities for students, however, but also for teachers. And we're very proud of our teachers who volunteer, and I'll say that lightly, to travel to far off lands, so we get to go away, such as Norway and Estonia, and hopefully in the coming years we're going to get to go to Spain, Holland and Germany to job shadow, upskill and bring home a wealth of knowledge to our school community, and in the coming years our students will be able to do the same as well. This and last year Dundrum used this initiative, and rather than letting Erasmus go because of the travel restrictions, we pivoted to virtual mobilities. Linking with our partners KVT in Norway, the Anna Freud School in Germany and Sallynoggin College of Further Education just up the road, we got to share activity plans where we completed our work placements, and we even shared some cookie recipes, which were quite nice at Christmas. I think our Norwegian colleagues put it best when they described our relationship as European neighbours and friends. I would like to acknowledge the efforts and fun our students and teachers completed within the early learning and care, healthcare and special needs assistant classes that they've put into Erasmus Plus over the last 2 years. I will now call out some of the students' names who participated in Erasmus Plus, and for those students who are here, please come forward to be presented with your certificate, and let Tina know your name so she can give you the right certificate, very importantly. So we have Lynn Anderson, Wendy Byrne, Jackie Clark, Aoife Coughlin, Aisling Cools, if you come, Siobhan Daly, Casey Doyle, Circa Doyle, Laura Duffy, Susan Gleeson, Sandra Grant, Rosaria Guides, Leah Hederman, Mimona Ilas, Clarice Lampago, Safa Mohammed, Kajika Nahir, Brenda Oglesby and Akia Sadiq. Thank you very much.
So that almost wraps up the formalities for the evening. For the afternoon, I should say, still the afternoon. On your behalf, I'd like to thank all of your coordinators, teachers, the college administrative and ancillary staff for the extra effort they put in to ensure that you could continue with your studies, achieve certification and your personal learning goals over the last year or so. On behalf of Michael, myself and all the Dundrum College of Further Education staff, we wish you well in your future careers or progression, and thank you for your participation over the last academic year. I will leave you with a quote from John Dewey, the educational theorist, who said, "Arriving at one goal is a starting point for another. We hope that as you step into the future and engage with opportunities offered, you will keep us informed of your future successes and achievements. We have refreshments outside for everybody if you want to move outside now, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon and your evening. Well done, and once again, congratulations to you all.